Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the Aloha Friday Show with the Sandwich Islands Social Network. And you can find out more information about the Sandwich Islands Social Network on sandislands.org, right there in the lower right-hand side of your screen. My name is Kamaka Brown, and such a pleasure to have you drop in and spend your part of your Aloha Friday with us. We're on at a special time because we have a real special guest today. Normally we're on at noon, but here on the continent, right here on the West Coast, it is a little after 3, and already I'm getting hits. Hey, where you stay, bro? You stay late. Never mind. Never mind. I stay on Portuguese time, so no worries. No worries. No worries. In the green room right now, enjoying the sushi platter. I want to give some smoked marlin from Kona. My cousin made some smoked marlin. And also get water and stuff. Kona water, by the way. So hopefully he's enjoying that stuff over there. Would you please welcome to the Aloha Friday show, everybody, Mr. Dave Lancaster. What's up, brother?
The sushi was ono. They're full now.
You full now? Okay. All right.
Yeah, ready.
Oh, brother.
Let's get the best poo-poos, boy.
Oh, bro. You know what? We can go early in the morning. We can go fish, bro. And the smoked marlin. Oh, bro.
Ooh,
if you've ever smoked a marlin, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So, oh my goodness. Dave Lancaster, who is on morning show host at 101.1 Coral FM. In Honolulu. We'll talk more about the radio and all that good stuff in just a little bit. But there's something that we do, brother Dave, that is kind of a tradition over here. In our world. As you see behind me is it's actually a forest behind Manoa, up in the back. And if you look real closely, we get a couple of Portuguese over there that are sitting in the trees. And those guys, every time they remind me, don't forget us, brah, because we want to be part of the show. So we have the Portuguese conch shell, first of all, to welcome you, because anytime ali'i come and special guests come, we have a welcome. So here's the Portuguese conch shell. That's the first one to welcome you. And then we get another brother in the branches way in the back. There we go. So you have officially been welcomed, bro, with the Portuguese conch shell to the show. You awesome, bro. Now, I got
Mahalo.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
With our guests, what I do is I go, okay, we love to talk about food, yeah? And so I went jump on a plane in LA. Right, I took the red eye, bro. That bugger gets me to Honolulu airport, around breakfast time, and I am beyond hungry. I am hangry. So I call up my brother Dave. I go, Dave, bro, I'm hungry, man. Where I gonna meet you for eat breakfast, man? Where's a good place we can? Don't say McDonald's, please. Don't say Zippy's, please. Don't say, where's your spot, bro, of good grinds?
For me, the best breakfast would be Liliha Bakery at the original location up in Liliha. Oh, because you're sitting at the counter, you're watching the guys cook your food right in front of you, and all the grill, the plates, the flat top is seasoned for like almost 60 years. They get the new Liliha Bakery places, right? You go check them out. It's nice, but the food don't taste the same because it's all new. The old place, they get the flavor seasoned already into the grill, into the pans. So it's just that nostalgic. Yeah, it makes sense. Really, it's true. It really is true.
Okay.
It's the best.
Okay, I do have an issue. Not really an issue, but it does affect me. Is when I'm sitting there at the counter.
Yeah.
Get brothers outside standing in line, their face pressed against the glass.
Yeah, they're all waiting for the seats. So in the old days, they used to let people come in and they would stand on the inside along the wall, right? And you can hear them breathing right behind you. You're eating and you're looking over their shoulder. These guys all waiting. So as soon as you get up to see, cool, the ball jump right in there. So yeah. So now they just let them line up outside, so it's not as intimidating with somebody breathing down your chest, going, "Bro, hurry up, eat, hurry up, Alex, sit down."
So it's like a big brother in the back, drove in from Hawaii. He's standing there behind. He's going like this. Okay, bro. I can't.
Man, what you should do is take a big spoon of like a pancake, go, "Bruh." You like. Yeah.
Oh man. know what? Liliha Bakery is consistent and man, always good.
Hmm.
And I will share with you, I was back home about 3 weeks ago, and I
Hmm.
ended up at the new Liliha Bakery, and you walk past of all the goodies, right? All the
The
pastries and all that.
pastries. Yeah.
Yeah. So I sat down and I was with Eric Kiave, a
Mm,
good
yeah.
friend, and
Auntie Genova's
yes,
son. Yeah.
Genoa's son. So me and Eric were sitting over there, got you eating. Everything was good, and so I said, "Oh man, I would love some of that pastries and stuff, man." So I said to the girl, "Oh, do you guys have like a menu for your dessert?" She goes, "We don't sell. You want to buy the whole pie or the whole cake?" I went, "Are you serious?" She goes, "Yeah, we don't sell." I went, "Oh my goodness."
Wow.
Yeah,
But you
interesting.
can buy individual Cocoa Puffs though.
Okay, I guess I guess I
Yeah.
guess I guess
They'll, they'll bring a Cocoa Puff if you want just one.
why didn't I think of that? I have to remember. Thank you. Thank you. So that's another reason why I'm gonna call you up when next time I'm in town so we can go eat.
Yeah. Shoot.
Oh man, we have some of our ohana that I have been dropping in, and they want to say aloha. And let me see. Oh, my brother Kavika Kayapo. He goes up the volume. Okay, 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 okay. Now when Kavika say up the volume, you gotta look and up the volume. Let me see. I gotta
How's it,
boost.
Kavika?
I gonna boost this on. Okay, hopefully that's better. I mean boost yours, and hopefully
Okay.
that'll take care of that because Advara Kavika is so talented. He's such awesome. Um, and I also said that my volume is low. Really? Okay. Well, let me see what happened because we was fooling around with volumes and stuff earlier,
Yeah.
and we were
Yeah.
turning stuff down. I'm boosting mine. Thank you so much for letting us know, you guys. Mahalo, mahalo. I love it. I love it. Good to hear from you, Kavika. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Lara's over here. Aloha. I just saw you last week in at San Diego, Laura. Thank you so much for coming out. We enjoyed the San Diego Hole out there. That was good fun. That was good
Mm.
fun.
I had a
Uh,
friend that went to that. Yeah. From
yeah.
Honolulu, flew up there for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
This brother right over here, brother Steve, Yagagyan, Boysan was my co-MC for that weekend. We had good fun, brother Steve. He's a
Mm.
San Diego, lives in San Diego, originally from North Shore. So us guys hook up. And Carly is saying, aloha, my friend David. Leonard DeCoscos, what's up?
Oh,
That's
how's it, Uncle?
that's the DeCoscos family there. That yeah, we
Yes.
just
Huge family.
you and I were just talking about Kavika and Randy DeCoscos.
Yeah.
Just great folks that we're living here on the continent over here. All right, let me see. Oh, it's coming in really fast, man. Everybody's saying aloha. And here is Brother Stan Toshiro. What's up, Brother Stan? Good to hear from you. Brother Stan teaches ukulele in the Inland Empire. He's a ukulele instructor. Does really well. And let me see. I'm sorry if I miss it. It's coming in really fast. Um, there's Auntie Hetty. What's up, Auntie? Good to see you last week. My volume is low. Dave's is okay. I think I boosted it up a little bit. Hopefully, it's better, you guys. We were messing around with our volumes and stuff before we came on, wanting to make sure that everything was is good. Yeah, Brother Steve says, "Hey, I used to listen to you on Coral back in high school days.
Oh, he
Really?
must mean KKUA because that's the one station I never worked on.
Oh,
Coral and KKUA were the two competitors back in the 70s when I started.
okay.
Like Willie Moku was on Coral, I was on KKUA. So that's probably meant because those two stations were like neck and neck. Yeah.
Yeah. As Steve is going, yeah. Right, bro. Hey, let's get you.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, KKUA, I guess back in the 70s when I started in
oh,
the 77, 78. Yeah. Still had
very.
Ron Jacobs in the morning.
Oh, Ron Jacobs.
Aku was still alive.
Oh, Aku had Pupuli. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I read him too for a little while when it was K59 before it became KSSK.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me just throw this up there. Tell me what's this one
Oh,
about. Yeah.
this was in our KKUA studios. I think this was 1978.
Yeah.
Peter Frampton was in town to do a concert at the Blaisdell, or maybe it was HIC studio back then. So on the top top left-hand corner, that's Kamasami Kong.
Kamasami Kong!
Peter Peter Frampton in the middle when he had plenty hair. That's me over Peter's shoulder, and then a very bottom corner, that's Ed Kanoy. Kong was interviewing him. I usually followed Kong, so if he had a guest, I would come in early so I could meet the guest, and then I go on the air after Kong was done. And Ed was the program director, so he was always there making sure everything.
Wow, that's a great picture, man.
Yeah.
That's an awesome picture. Kamasami was on our Aloha Friday show several months ago from Japan, and he brought along with him to the show, Dave, vintage video of when Kalapana came to Japan, and they were sitting around eating, and then they were singing a cappella, and had Mackie and Milani there. It was chicken skin, brah. Chicken skin.
Bet.
Oh, they were harmonizing. Had Gaylord and all of the boys over there. Smokain Waimaka, bro. Just to listen to those guys. Yeah.
For me, when I started KKUA in the late '70s, around that same time was when Mackie had the Mackie Fury Band, and KKUA did a high school tour. So we were touring and playing at a different high school like every Friday or something, and I was designated the MC for the whole tour. So I basically was on tour with the Mackie Fury Band at all the different high schools. And what was interesting was, the type of reactions you get from kids from like different, different side of the tracks. Like you would go to like Farrington, Lelahua, all the public schools in the rural areas. Oh, the kids, they're crying, they bring food, they're so happy to see you. We're playing at Punaho, and the kids just looking at us like, oh yeah, oh, okay, I'll see you guys later. They walk out. Not to put it down, but for them it's like, a different level of appreciation. For them, they get everything. So it's like, oh, just another assembly. Okay, we just sit back, watch. Yeah. But you go to Farrington, all those other Waipahu, all those schools. Everybody's so excited. They're so appreciative. They bring you food. They give you lei. They just thank you for coming. Just an observation. Okay, not to put down the schools, but you can tell the different social status and how they appreciate or don't appreciate what you do. Just real interesting. But that was 45 years ago, so maybe things have changed.
A different audience dynamic is what we're saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh goodness. So Auntie Hetty and Uncle Larry are part of our ohana here. They're our kupuna here. By the way, Auntie Hetty is very proud Farrington alumni. She was also part of the Farrington alumni up here in Southern California. And her hubby, Uncle Larry, those two are very, very precious to us. They're in their 80s, and we love them. We love them dearly. And she says, Uncle Larry remembers Ron Jacob and Aku Head was our era. Yeah, well, I remember too, Auntie. It wasn't that long ago. And look at Dave. Look how young you look. So yeah, we good.
Well, I think she's remembering Ron Jacobs when he was on K-Boy back in the 50s. Before KKUA. KKUA was in the 70s. Yeah.
Oh, Ron Jacobs and Bob
Tom Moffat.
Bob Weird.
Tom Rounds. Yeah. Bob Weird. Yeah.
Dave Donnelly. Yeah.
Dave Donnelly. Jack Kellner, I think, was on too.
Ooh,
yeah.
Those are
we're going back now.
Here's Stan Toshiro. Oh, that brings back memories, brah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so grateful I got to work with not only Ron, but when I worked at KSSK, when it was K59, I got to work with Aku. And that was and I got to fill in for his producer, Dale Machado, who got married when I was doing graveyard shift, midnight to 6. So I got to see Ako every morning, just in a passing. And then Dale got married, went on a 2-week honeymoon, and they said, okay, Dave, you got to fill in for Dale. So you got to produce the Aku show, but you still got to do your midnight to 6 shift. So I was working midnight to 10 a.m. So I did my shift for 6 hours. Then I got to stick around 5 hours and work for Aku Puka, go get this, go get that, make coffee, Well, but that was the best 2 weeks of my life in radio. The stuff I learned just being around him and watching him was like, it's still a treasured memory for me.
Wow.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Steve says, did you work with the late Ron Close?
Yes, Ron Close. Yeah, Ron O'Neill, the real Ron O'Neill. Yeah, we worked together at KKUA. And when he was the audio director, recording engineer for Dolphin Sound, which was located inside the old KHNL studios down on Pu'ohale Road. I used to do a lot of agency voice work, and they would always send me down to Dolphin, so I would see Ron all the time. But we worked at KKUA together. Yeah, back in the early 80s, maybe late 70s. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
Hmm.
And let me see. We've got the comments. Everybody's getting. Steve says he recorded my voiceovers at Dolphin. Let me see the
Yeah.
voiceovers. Okay,
Dolphin Sound. Yeah.
Dolphin Sound.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah, at the old KHNL studios, which was the old Kiku TV studios on Pu'ohale Road, which is like a warehouse. And I found out because I did Time Super Bingo, and we used to do the show live from the studios there. And I found out that that building used to be the old Kalihi crematorium.
Oh.
Because my here's a funny story. My dad used to work for the Honolulu Gas Company. Okay, years ago. He's much older. So, but he told me he remembers he had to go fix the gas line down at the old crematorium in Kalihi, and he remembers a guy saying, "Oh, I'd like to show you something." Took him in the back, opened the window, and they were cremating a body. And back then, you could watch the body be cremated. My dad said he saw the body sitting up, moving around, flailing his arms. He
No.
said he couldn't eat for a week after that, right? So one night after bingo was done, I was just hanging out with the tech guys in the back room, and they said, "Oh yeah, yeah, this place, the old crematorium." I said, "Wait, this is the old crematorium?" He says, "Yeah, yeah." You said a concrete because there's just one room that's made of concrete. The walls are 1 foot thick. They store all the videotapes in there because there's a constant temperature in there. And he said, "Oh yeah, we put the tapes in there because it's solid concrete. That's where the old crematorium. That's where they used to burn the bodies in there." I said, "Wait. That's where my dad was." I finally made a connection. This is the crematorium. My dad watched the body be cremated, and they said, "Oh yeah, but this place haunted, man. At night, you can hear all kinds of things going on. All the bodies that burnt, they all come around, hang out, you know."
Oh.
But what ironic, I ended up working at the place where my dad watched the body be cremated. That because he never told me where the place was. I had no idea where the crematorium was in Kalihi. Then it was the old KHNL studios, Kiku TV.
And Tahiti says, "Oh my God, the crematorium." Yeah, she knew.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
knows that is.
yeah. And it was funny because right down I lived on Gulick Avenue in Kalihi, towards the end of Gulick Avenue, and you turned down, I think it was Wilcox Lane. I remember as a kid, used to have a big building that said Honolulu Casket Company.
Oh.
So I figured, and Pu'ohale was the next road over, so I figured, gee, they took the bodies, they got the casket right there. They can go down the street, burn them over there. So it was all kind of within driving distance.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's classic. That's classic, Dave. Oh my
Too
goodness.
much.
Yeah. So my goodness, you have worked at a number of radio stations over the years. I mean, it's an alphabet soup here, my friend.
Yeah. Let me see if I can remember. It was KKUA was first, and then after that, I went to KSSK or K59, and then I came back to K59, and then KKUA. Then they threw me on their sister station KQMQ, and then I went back to KKUA, and then Honolulu Skylark hired me away to go work at KCCN.
Oh.
1420 before the FM was even on the air. It was just the AM. So that was in 84, maybe 83, 84. And that's when had, Skylark was there. Who else was there? James Benton was doing the morning show, Brada Brada. And then Skylark. And then Brickwood Galoteria was doing the afternoons. She put me on 7 to midnight. I ended up becoming news director, working with Benton in the morning. So it was me and James Grant Benton. And then I was program director for a little while and news director. I did everything because over the small station, they make you do everything. So, but that's how James and I got to be good friends because I had interviewed James, over the years in radio for Booga Booga back in the day. But now I was working with him. I got to do a couple plays with him, with Kumu Kahua. We did 12th Night or Whatever, which is the play he wrote when he was in college at UH. He took the Shakespeare play and he rewrote it in Pidgin English.
Yes.
Yeah, 12th Night or Whatever.
Or
He
whatever.
said the reason why he did that was the three of them, Rap, James, and Edgar Aher, were all students taking Shakespeare at UH Manoa with the British actor is the teacher. Terrence Knapp. And he said every year on Shakespeare's birthday, he would ask his students to pick out a selection from a Shakespeare play and come on stage and perform it. So James thought, oh, wouldn't it be funny if he took the opening dialogue from Twelfth Night or What You Will, read as the prince speaking, it's one full page of the prince speaking, translated into pidgin English. So he went on and performed it. Blew Terrence Knapp away. He said Terrence came up to him after that and said, you know what, James, why don't you take the rest of the semester and rewrite the whole play into pidgin English? And so he did. It ended up becoming a major production at UH, even made it into a book, play form in the book, the Kumu Kahua Plays book. It was first performed by Kumu Kahua. It's been a legendary play ever since. And when James and I were working at KCCN, he said, oh, Kumu Kahua is going to do my play. I want you to come out. I want you to come out and I want you to play the part Rap played in the original. So the three of them were in that play together. So I got to reprise Rap Replinger's role in Twelfth Night for Kumu Kahua. We even took the play on a statewide tour. And so after that, a few weeks after that, James already stopped working at KCCN. He called me up one day and says, hey, when you power, come up my house. I like talk story. So, okay, so I got off the air at 10, went up to his house. I walk in and see Ed Ka'ahea sitting there. And I said, hey, how's it, Ed? He goes, hey, how's it? I said, so what's up? He goes, well, just wanted to tell you that we're putting Booga Booga back together again, and I want you to take Rap's place. Oh, what? Oh, brah. Talk about shoes this big, you know. I guess the thing was the fact that because the thing people don't realize is Ed, James, and Rap were, Shakespearean trained actors, right? They weren't like comedians just thought they were funny. These were trained theater, real actors. The sketch comedy they did was in pidgin English, but it still came from the theater background, right? Mm. So, and he knew I had the same background. I did a lot of theater. I worked with him in theater. I was on the original Hawaii Five-0. I did stuff like that. So he wanted to make sure he wanted to get another actor, not just somebody who thought they were funny or a comedian. So that's basically what it was. People would see us in the restaurant and go, hey, Booga Booga, hey, tell me one joke. We go, bro, we act this. We don't tell jokes. They expect to stand up and just bust out into a comedy routine. No, we act this. We write the script. We perform it. We're not stand-up comedians. It's two different things.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Steve is saying over here, no wonder, talking about the crematorium, no wonder had Boogeyman when we was working the sales office at KNL.
KHO. Yeah. That's right, brother. They cooked them downstairs and the spirits went upstairs.
Auntie Hetty says, KCCN, my grandnephew is Pee-Pee.
Oh, yeah. I'm good friends with Pee-Pee, yeah.
Pee-Pee, yes. My goodness.
Oh, yeah.
There's another name of now, too. And let me see. Yeah, I think we pretty much, and to the ohana out there, if I missed your comments, kalamai, it's coming in really fast, and I'm sorry if I missed it, but I think I kind of caught up just a little bit with everyone. And thank you so much for commenting and sharing in the conversation and being part of our time together. Here's Nate Jones, who is our production and talent wrangler over here. He makes it all happen behind the scenes here. He goes, how's it, Dave? James Grant Benton's wife, Deborah, was a supervisor in the cafeteria at Kapiolani Medical Center when I worked there in the mid-late 90s. James would come in a number of times to see her. So that's the connection over there. Kapiolani
Medical I see. It's funny. She worked in the cafeteria because the way they met, right? She was on Maui, and they hired Booga Booga to do a New Year's Eve show at the Royal Lahaina Resort. Where she was the banquet manager at the Royal Lahaina Resort. And when we were there, got to stay there for a few days. So that's how they met. So that's how it ended up hooked up. Yeah. So wow. She was still doing food service, but at the hospital.
Yeah. So we're talking about Booga Booga. Ed Ka'ahea, I believe, still is on Kauai now, right? I think he lives on
yes,
Kauai.
He lived on Kauai. He's still on Kauai, as far as I know, and he's a pastor now. So so he's doing real well. I haven't seen him in a while because whenever he calls me, I try to call him back. I find out he changed the phone number. So every time he calls me, it's a different phone number. So I don't know what that means, but if you're watching it, give me a call. I get the same number still.
Uh, oh my goodness. Look at these youngsters here. Oh my goodness. Booga Booga. Several months ago, we had the honor of having Lisa Stone, um,
It's Rap's widow.
Rap's widow, and she had written the book about rap and wanted to get
Hmm.
out uh, more information about rap, the man behind the comedy, and uh, I ordered the book from Amazon, and in one sitting, I sat for several. I've read it from cover to cover. It's a
Hmm.
wonderful publication and great. And I encourage our listeners, if you haven't had a chance to pick up a copy, please do go to Amazon. And it is the story of Rap Revenger by Lisa Clark Stone is her
Hmm.
name, and such a sweet gal with a lot of island
Yeah.
connections and stuff. Well,
Oh yeah, that my connections with Rap was, obviously I interviewed him a lot, before his passing. In fact, I interviewed him when I was at KKUA, just maybe a couple months before he passed, because he was at that time he was working at the Outrigger main showroom, and I think the SOS was out of town, so the Crush was playing there, and he was opening for the Crush. So he would come out, do his comedy, and then the Crush would come on. So I interviewed him on KKUA talking about that, doing the opening for the Crush at the main showroom. And, several weeks, a month or two later, finds out he passed away,
wow.
you know. So when I got to work, when he passed away, here's a kind of a funny story. I got to say, his funeral was the funniest funeral I ever went to. I mean, how appropriate, right?
Yeah.
So I was there, and of course, the two people that went up to do the eulogy, separately though, was James Grant Benton and Ed Kahea. So James went up there and he's talking about the old days with Rap when they were first starting, when they were at UH, how Rap would drive in he had his Volkswagen Bug and go to his house, pick up his stuff and pick him up, pick up the boys. And he said Rap would be sitting there in a Bug, but no more seat. So he get that old, the old vinyl kitchen seats with the red or the green vinyl stuff. He had one of those kitchen dining room seats inside instead of the regular car seat driving his Volkswagen. He said he always remembered that, no seats in the car. And James said he would be driving and Rap would borrow his lighter. He said, "Bro, I can borrow your lighter, light a cigarette." And he said Rap never returned the lighter. Every time he borrowed a lighter, he never returned. So James said he turned to Rap. He says, "Bro, one day, when you die, bro, I'll go up to your casket. I'm going to frisk your body for my lighter." So he turned around. Of course, Rap was cremated, right? So only had the urn. He said, "Yeah, so this Bug, I guess he get the last laugh on me, yeah? No more body, no more casket." So he couldn't get his lighter back. People were people were literally rolling out of their seats in the mortuary, crying, laughing because it was so funny. Just the way he did it, bro. I'm gonna frisk your body in the casket. Forget my lighter. I guess he beat me to it. Huh? No more casket. It was so funny. Yeah. So to give you an idea, that's what the funeral was like. It was so funny. Yeah.
Oh my
Gosh.
goodness. Um, Here's our friend. Thank you, C. She's giving the URL to find the book on Amazon, which is the name of the book is Paradise to Paradise, a Rap Reference's story. And
Mm.
Lisa's thought on it was, he lived in paradise in Hawaii, and when she was with him for 3 years as he passed away. He had become very, very. Um, uh, he became a Christian and was very,
Mhm.
very serious about his faith. And so she strongly believes he went from Hawaii paradise to paradise in heaven. And that is
Yeah.
paradise to paradise on that. What a sweet story. Thank you, C. I love it
Mm.
for sharing that. And here's our brother Robert Agnew. Brother, brother Robert. Actually, Robert Agnew is related to the DeCoscos. I mean, the DeCoscos
Oh,
family is
okay.
all over. Yeah. So
Yeah, a huge family.
and he's a great 12-string guitar player, this
Mm.
Robert. And he goes, "Hey, Dave, I live in your city, Lancaster, California. You get one whole city named after you, bro."
Oh, yeah, no worry, bro. I'll give you a tax break. Only pay taxes in my county.
Not it, take,
You good, bro? Yeah.
you know what? We're going to take on a small kind break, and we'll be right back with our guests, which we're so pleased to have on board. Mr. Dave Lancaster talking about he was there in the Renaissance and the history of early 70s, 80s, 90s Hawaii radio. Plenty story. We love the stories, bro. We love it. Keep them coming. We'll be right back in just a few Aloha Friday moments on the Sandwich Island Social Network.
Booga Booga's Unknown Moments from Hawaiian History.
The first naturals.
Oh. And the bugger no leg open. Hey, you.
What?
Here, open this for me. Go ahead.
What?
Hit him with that stick. No, the other way. Oh, hey, Bubbles, give me that thing over here. God, fun it, you whore.
Open.
I'll tell you what, I get one plan. We gotta get to the meat of the matter right over here.
What?
You go stand over there with the stick. I'm gonna throw this thing to you.
Yeah.
You go hit them. We go bust them up and grind, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Go.
Oh, coconut one. Hey, you guys gotta throw that thing, walk back, get him, throw back. This could take forever. Okay, Chief, you don't even open up coconuts. Jeez. Oh.
Hey, shut up! Hey, don't be over there, Spila. Get over here. Catch the thing, throw him back to me. Come on.
I like this.
Okay. Come on, here we go. Hey, and no hit him too hard, eh?
Okay.
Okay? I might hurt my knee over here. Okay, here we go. Okay, go. Ho! Hey!
Coconut two, you miss, Ray.
Oh, come on, one more time.
I can't. Hey. Huh? You're playing rubbish over here.
Oh.
Okay, go.
I'll go do this. Okay. Oh! I told you, no hit him hard at me.
No.
Get me.
Oh, hey, he's safe.
Huh?
This the couple rock.
Yeah, he's
touch
a
it. Yeah, he's safe.
What, you think you go? We're gonna do him again then.
Okay.
Come on, grab that stick. Okay, I get him now, brother. Okay.
Hey, what you doing? What is that?
Hey, this is my speed finger knuckle nut over here, okay?
Speed.
That's right, brother. Yeah, here you go. Okay.
Yeah. Wipe them off first.
Come on! That's good luck spit then.
Okay, now.
Okay, you ready? Okay, brother, coming up over here. Okay, baby, go, baby. Okay. Hot.
Hey, you see? You don't get touch him.
Okay. We're gonna keep scoring. Come on.
Yeah. Okay.
Back him up over there.
Okay, I get my chocolate over here.
You get Chuck.
Okay, what?
Ray, okay, now. Give him one.
Give me one. Ray, one. Yeah, good.
Chiefy, 6.
Huh?
That's right, 6.
6.
Yeah.
For you.
Oh, don't
Cheat.
play already cheat, bro. Huh?
I don't want hitting the thing.
Come.
6 for me.
What do you mean? You guys don't like play? Oh, man. The other chief, they get warriors. Me, I get 2 mahoos. Come on, Akua.
How many times we did this already?
We did them 7 times already.
Too long. We'll go sit down, stretch out.
Huh?
Good idea. I don't like play already. We can't make this into a game.
Game.
Huh? Yeah. What kind of game?
An all Hawaiian game where people will become to be known as fans, will accumulate in large stadiums, and they will be sports fans. And it will be a traditional kind of thing.
Oh, yeah? What are we going to call them?
What could be, ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
Yeah.
Nah,
gonna
nobody
get
going to
John.
buy them. No chance.
I don't think so.
Oh, they're hot today.
Getting kind of hungry. Let's go eat.
Hey, we'll go eat.
Yeah, I'll get 'em.
We'll eat.
Okay. What?
We eat hot dogs and beer.
What is that?
I don't know, but sounds right, eh?
Yeah. We'll eat.
We'll eat.
Okay.
Come on,
Come
Jay.
on. Okay, come on. Go grind on that.
The great Ray Bumatai that joined Andy.
That's right.
Andy's brother Ray. What an amazing person Ray was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell
I
us
miss
about your
Ray.
experience of working with Ray and in this configuration of Booga Booga.
Oh, it was fun because, Ed moved to Kauai, so we needed to find somebody else. And we all knew Ray from, his theater background. And of course, Andy's brother. And it was funny because Andy was more the stand up, not an actor. Ray was an actor who was funny. So that's where the difference came in. I know Andy was in Booga Booga a little bit, but he was more stand up ish. He wasn't an actor. So when Ray came in, I mean, just changed the whole dynamic. And he and Ed were the same in the sense where Ed was always the guy when he walked on stage. All the attention went to him because he had this presence when he stood on stage. James used to call him the peacock. He walk on stage, the feathers come out. I guess Ray had that. He wasn't like that, but Ray had this. Ray had this presence, I should say, as an actor. Some actors, when they walk on stage, you just can't help but look at them because they have this presence, and that's what Ray brought. This strong presence. He had the theater background, a writing background, directing background. So when he came in, it just kind of changed the dynamic. And what was cool about the fact that I played guitar, I was a guitar player, and so was Ray. So we started to incorporate music bits into the act when we were doing nightclub act, So we did this one bit called Jimmy Be Good, where Ray would play, he and I would play guitar, and we rewrote Johnny Be Good, right? The old Chuck Berry song. And we're doing our ancient Hawaiian stuff. And so we're doing it live. We're playing electric guitar on KGMB, we're down in Kapahulu, but we changed all the local slangs. and live this local boy named Jimmy Be Good. He could play the ipu like nobody could, that kind of thing. And so here he is, and James would come out with tea leaf wrapper on his, with the holes cut out, like the Lone Ranger tea leaf around his head. He got an ipu, and he come out jumping, and he's whacking the ipu. He could play the ipu like ringing the bell. Go, boop, 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 go, Jimmy, go, boop, boop, boop. So he's doing all kinds of with the ipu, and when we're playing electric guitar, go, Jimmy, go. So funny. But we could do that because Ray and I both played music, and our sound guy, Doug McCracken, at the time was Ray's good friend, who was also a theater guy and sound guy. So he was our sound man, but he played bass guitar. So whenever we did musical stuff, Doug would be on the side playing electric bass to give us more background sound. So it was like a full show. When we would travel to like neighbor islands, we'd take the show to Maui. We get all these anvil cases with our amps, our guitars. We look like a band going on tour, a rock band. And we walk up to the ticket agent, we're rolling these big anvil cases like the rock bands travel with. They go, "What you guys doing?" So, comedy. So funny.
Here's
Those are the fun days.
Nancy says, "Sorry, I'm late to the party." Yeah, Nancy, it's okay. It's good. Thanks for joining us, Nancy. We love having you on board. C Honda, she says, "As a mainland kid, I would scare a possum away from our yard by yelling Booga Booga, and it would work. I never realized where it came from." Oh,
That's funny.
But Tony Perez jumping in. What's up, Tony? Tony, welcome. Happy Aloha Friday. Thanks for joining us, Tony. Steve says, "Oh, I miss those days." Yeah, the good comedy.
Me too.
You have undoubtedly so many stories, Dave, of not only working with different. You mentioned Skylark. You mentioned some of these folks that you work with over the years that are no longer with us, and you have so many great memories and great stories. What a blessing to have just kind of your life just kind of wove through the lives of others, and they touched you as you went on. And here you are.
It's interesting. When I remember when you asked me if I could do this, you sent the link for me to watch, and it was the one you did with Billy V. Right, and I was cracking. I was funny because with Billy, I feel like I'm responsible for him. I feel like his because when I started, when I was like 18, whatever year, KKUA, he lived in Kona, right? So he was still going Kona Waina High School. And my show started at midnight. And, AM radio back in the days, after the sun goes down, the AM signal travels far. So after midnight, he could catch KKUA in Kona. came in really strong. So he used to listen to me on my graveyard shift, right? And so, and somehow somebody from Kona Waina asked me to come and MC the Kona Waina Junior Prom. So they flew me up there. So it was my first MC of a prom, real proud. Wow, 19 years old, my first prom to MC. So I go to Kona when I was in the gym. So I walk in the gym and this kid comes running up to me. He was a sophomore, I think sophomore, freshman at the time. Runs up to me. Oh, Mr. Lancaster. My name is William, and I want to be on the radio. I want to be just like you when I grow up. I want to be on the radio just like you. And I said, oh yeah, well, good for you. He said, yeah, I listen to you after midnight. So well, good luck, William. Next thing I know, he graduates from high school. He goes to work at KKON in Kona. By this time, I was a program director at KCCN, and Skylark had just left to go to Crater. They hired her away from KCCN. She was at Crater, and Billy called me up, says, hey, I'm moving to Oahu. I said, oh, bro, come over. I'll give you a job. So he moved to Honolulu. I gave him his first job in radio in Honolulu at KCCN. Wow. So I had him work for me for maybe, I don't know how many months. Next thing I know, Skylark hires him away from me to bring him to Crater. It's like, gee, thanks, that guy. So I always say I feel responsible for Billy. It's like my boy. I brought him over, and
Yeah. Here's Auntie Hetty. I told you she was a proud Farrington governor. She goes, I love these successful Farrington High School grads. They make me proud. I was raised in Kalihi. There
yeah.
and
still in Kalihi.
Still in Kalihi.
Yeah, coming to you live from Kalihi Valley.
And by the way, I saw this. Tell us about this, Dave.
That was just a few months back. I was one of 3 recipients from the Farrington High School Alumni Association. Every year they give out these awards called Alumni of the Year. So they try to pick 2 or 3 alumni from the past and present us as Alumni of the Year. So this year, 2024, I was one of the 3 recipients to get that. So that, it was really special.
Very, very special. And of course, all of your fellow governors up over here on the continent are so proud of that too. And Auntie Hetty is a diehard. She will, and she knows the thing about Auntie. She knows all of the Farrington alumni up here on the here in California. She keeps track of everybody. So wonderful. And so here Steve goes, Dave and Kamaka, how is the face of Hawaiian comedy changing these days with the younger generation of island comics? Good question. I like that.
I'm glad that it's continuing. It seems as like the what's his name, that former UH player that's now a stand-up comedian.
Temua.
Yeah. He is so funny. It's good to see that. And the thing is, what Ed and I realized, Booga Booga was unique in its time when we did that, because it was sketch comedy, right? And at that time in the late 70s, when they started the early 70s, when I joined them in the late 70s, early 80s, stand-up wasn't really as big, You had the mainland stand-ups, but they never have comedy places. Then the Comedy Store came to town, and they were set up at the Irikai. And stand-up comedy was still kind of growing in Hawaii. You had Andy and stuff doing that, but we were still doing sketch comedy, and it worked on TV. It worked for the audience that we were doing in front of a live show. We'd do stuff at gigs at hotels and stuff. People still came out. After James had passed away, and we stopped doing stuff, and then Ed said, we got to get back to doing something. Let's do something. I said, okay, let's do some small gigs here and there. Augie Augie was another one involved with some stuff that Booga Booga did. Augie, Farrington boy. Yeah. Augie called me up and said, hey, I'd like you guys open for me. I'm going to be doing a show at the Dave & Buster's in the showroom. I'm going to do 2 shows on a Saturday night. I'd like you and Ed come be my opening act. So I said, okay. So we figured out, why not? So we put this whole gig together. We put this sketch where I stole from the guys at Monty Python. We brought out these 2 little urns. One said James, one said rap. We put like fake remains inside. And we came out and opened the show. Says, we can't do a show, the 2 of us, without remembering the guys who helped build this group. We had James Grant Benton and Rep Replinger. So we brought them to make sure they're going to stand on the stage and watch us. We got to have their presence. So I remember walking up, and the tables were right in front of us. So I walk up to a guy down front. I said, "Bro, can you hold James? Can you put James on your table so he can watch us?" The guy laughed. "Oh, yeah, no problem." He put the thing there, and one of them we spilt on the ground, got the vacuum cleaner, vacuumed them up. But the point I was trying to make is that was the first show. The first show had all the old crowd, all the people that remember Rap and James. They're older folks, right? They grew up with Booga Booga. Second show, like at 10 o'clock, these are all the college kids, okay? These are the ones who didn't grow up with Booga Booga per se, right? They all know stand-up. So we come out, and they all kind of like, where's the comedian? These two old fucks up there, telling, they're doing acting. What they're acting. They're not telling jokes. They had this look on their face like, what the heck are these guys up there? They couldn't grasp, stage stuff. So the guy in front, a different guy, younger guy, I said, "Oh, Brock, can you hold James?" And he's looking at me like this. I said, "No, yeah. Can you put him on the table?" He's like, give me stink eye. I said, "Brock, can you just..." Funny, he goes, "You take him, put him down on the table." Like he was all pissed off that I was, asking him to do that. Like he just couldn't. Like he's like mad because how come Augie's not on? So I told after the show, Ed and I had a long discussion. We realized, I think we've gone beyond our usability as Booga Booga sketch comedy. The audience today, they're not into that. They're into real funny stand up, quick one by one single guys on stage. So. And that's when we came to the realization that I don't think we're going to be able to carry on that type of comedy. Yeah. It has changed. People are more into the stand-up stuff. Because even like the brothers do a lot of the dress up. They're more like into the visual side of comedy as opposed to the true. We wrote stuff first. The costumes came after. We wrote the script first from a theatrical standpoint, and we didn't rely on visuals to make people laugh. We relied on the writing. And not to put the other guys down, they're really funny at what they do, and their writing is funny. But they're funny because they have all these different costumes. And for them, even them, they do private parties. They don't do nightclubs and stuff because people are just. It's like a different atmosphere when you're in a showroom or a nightclub act.
Very true. Very true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Very good. Very good. Recently, this happened. Big T from and it shocked everyone. This just happened last week, right? That we lost Taylor Wiley. Your interactions with him, your memories of Taylor.
I always admired him, watching him on Hawaii Five-0 and even on the Saving, what's her name, that movie he was in, Sarah Marshall. That's where I first saw him. I thought he was so funny. I said, "Oh, yeah, wow, real local brother in a major motion picture." And they gave him a pretty big role, as the bartender interacting with the stars of the movie. And then next thing I know, he's on Hawaii Five-0. I never met him at that point, but I always admired him. He seemed like a super nice guy. And then I got to interview him, myself and my partner at that time, Sister Sherry. We got to have him on the radio, talk stories. A super, super nice guy. He's like a gentle giant, And I just thought, man, this guy's going to go far, especially with that Hawaii Five-0 exposure. Who knows what else he's going to be doing after that. And sadly, he's no longer with us.
Yeah. Not sure. Laie from Laia, and Laia proud over here. There's Robert Agnew. He goes, "Oh man, when you mentioned KKUA, so many memories with Ron Jacobs and Homegrown." That's right. You're reminding me, Bobby, that his group Breezin couldn't sell out because Booga Booga had shows the same day. I will remember going to see Booga Booga at the Tavern, Territorial Tavern.
Yeah, me too. I went there too when I was in high school. We went to go see Booga Booga at the Territorial Tavern. Oh, what a thrill to be part of that afterwards. But yeah, they had lines around the block. The Territorial Tavern was down at the Nimitz end of that building, right? The line went from there all the way up Bishop Street, made a turn down Queen Street, and went halfway up, almost down the other side of Queen Street just to get in. It was crazy.
That was a phenomenon, man.
It really was.
So you were involved with fishing Hawaii goes
Hawaii
fishing.
goes fishing.
Hawaii
Yeah,
goes
it's a
fishing.
Hawaii goes fishing. Yeah, a lot of people get us confused with the other one, but it's a show on OC16, and I host the cooking segments and the what they call tackle tips because my fishing extent, is like bamboo pole, paikipon, Kalihi Stream, catching catfish at night to go sell to the Filipinos down on Mauna Kea Street there. Catch tilapia and catfish. We go down This is back when I was like maybe 15 years old. We go down, take our bucket the next day down Mauna Kea Street when they had all the tenement houses, all the old Filipino men living in it. Oh, tata, we got catfish, tilapia. Oh, they all come out, there's Toscani in them. Oh, they like the grab. Oh, and so they give us money. After that, we go to the store, buy candy and all that. So, that was our income back then, catching catfish and tilapia for the old Filipino men in the tenement houses on Mauna Kea Street and then go buy candy. So when I did this show, I said, well, I'm not a fisherman per se. I've never even fished on a boat before until then. And so I just do the cooking segments where I watch other people cook their food I get to eat. And the tackle tips, I said, perfect, because I'm the guy that don't know anything. So I'm going to ask all the questions, all the stupid questions that most fishermen wouldn't ask, because they all know it. But every now and then we were invited up to Alaska. Like at Fisher, you saw the picture you just saw. Alaska Real Adventures is the company. They have 2 lodges, Shelter Lodge and Anchor Point, and they're owned and operated by 2 local people from Hawaii. Okay, they're in Juneau, Alaska, and they operate on Shelter Island. And what's cool is that every summer they sell out before the summer. So they book for the whole summer. 95+% of the customers all from Hawaii. Or people who from Hawaii that maybe live on the mainland now, but it's all you go there, you feel like you're in Hawaii. Maybe get 1 or 2, mainland people. The rest are all local people from Hawaii. So it's really fun. So you feel like you never left. And a lot of the boat captains are also from Hawaii. They come up do that for their summer job. And what's really funny is I'm on the boat with the captain, and they're talking on the they got 4 boats. Each lodge has 4 boats, right? And they got their own areas they go. So they're all checking in with each other, So what you catching? You catching anything biting over there? They're all talking story. They have a whole list of the areas that they fish at, but it's all local names. Because get other fishing lodges, right? All the fishing lodges are all fishing too out there. They all get radios. They can hear everybody, right? So when they say, oh, bro, the fish biting over here. Oh, down Ala Moanas. Oh, yeah, Ala Moana. Shoot, bro, we're going to go Ala Moanas. Or we go Waimanalo. So they got a chart in there that has the local name and then the actual place in Alaska. So only the fishing boats from Shelter Lodge at Anchor Point know exactly where they're going to go. All the Alaska fishermen up there, they're going, what the heck are these guys talking about? So I thought that was so funny. But that's how they can, that's how they keep the other fishing boats from coming in and sneaking in on their action. So it's fun. Good fun.
That's
yeah.
Great. Auntie Hetty wanted to remind us. She said, I was awarded the FACF award in 2010 for her
Ooh,
work
congratulations.
with the Farrington High School Alumni Association and stuff like that. Yeah. So, my goodness, we've come near the end of our time together, Dave. Man, that time went by so quickly. I have so many other things I wanted to talk about and things to share over here, but I want to be respectful of your time as well. But I do want to say to our friends that we can catch Dave Lancaster, 101.1 Coral FM, and the morning show host. We can get that online.
Yeah, it's at Hawaii. The easiest way, go to hawaiistream.fm. It brings up a page. It has all the radio stations owned by our company, H Hawaii Media. But I am on 4 radio stations on 3 islands. Okay. So in the morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Hawaii time, I'm on Coral 101.1 live Monday through Friday. And then on Maui, I'm on 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday on Coney FM. Okay. Coney, and I pre-record that before I go sleep at night. And then on Kauai, I'm on Sunny 101.3, 6 to 10 a.m., Monday through Friday. Again, I record that before I go to bed at night. So I'm on 3 morning shows on 3 islands at the same time. And then on Maui in the afternoon from 3 to 7, I'm on the country station, Y106.5. It's a country station.
Oh, my God. And
yeah.
And it's a country format.
Yeah. And I got to record that. Yeah. Oh, I record it right here in my office. So only one live show in Honolulu. The other 3 stations are all recorded right here in my office in Honolulu on 2 different islands. Yeah.
Bruh.
It's called technology, bro.
You know,
Technology. Still get paid for 1 station, but I'm on 4.
Oh no! That's exactly what you know where I was going with that. Right after that,
Yeah.
but you answered the question right there. Oh, but it's good to be working.
Yeah.
It's
I count my blessings every
right.
day.
Yeah. Dave, thank you so much for joining us on the Aloha
Oh, my
Friday show.
pleasure.
Good fun, good fun. Um,
Thanks for asking.
oh my goodness. Okay, and I extend this invitation to you, and if you would love it, I would love to come back for part 2 because I know you get plenty more stories, Dave. I know you get plenty more stories.
Yeah. Ask the right question to trigger a memory, and I get one story. Gotta remember them all at one time.
I know, because a lot of the you sent me quite a few pictures, and as each of them I see Kimo McVeigh on there, and I see and then I go, oh, that looks like one of the Naluai brothers over there in one of the shots that you sent. I think, oh, that. And for me, having grown up in the islands, and I didn't leave home until I was 50 years old, so I've got that, all the way from the 60s all the way up there of memories of experience there. So I so love talking about those, and you are right there in the middle of that. I'd love to talk stories some more with you.
Same here. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's do part
Just let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have Nate reach out to you, and let's do part 2 because I think we only went scratch the surface of a lot of those stories, as well. Please hang in there, Dave. I'm gonna invite you back into the green room. Oh, here's Nate. He goes, yeah, we got to talk about that picture with Yvonne Elliman next time.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
We had Yvonne on our show a couple months ago. So fun talking with her. She's so sweet. And we both from Roosevelt. I'm a Roosevelt Rough Rider. So we both went to Roosevelt. So on the slopes of Papakolea, public school, man, So
yeah, she's funny. She's a titter.
Oh yeah.
She can be a titter. Yeah.
I started the show with, like where we're going to eat. She goes, come my house. I'm going to cook. I go, oh, okay.
I remember one time she was interviewed by Ron Jacobs, and Ron asked her, says, so how's your name on the mainland? People understand that Element? She goes, yeah, people ask me, what's your name again? I said, yeah, Element. They go, Element? She goes, yeah, like LMNOP.
Of course.
I thought that was so funny.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I totally love it. All righty then. Thank you once again. And all of our friends are popping in now and saying how much they've enjoyed the show and enjoyed you, Dave, sharing your stories. There's Sihanda saying mahalo for coming and talk story with us. So interesting. Thank you, C. Auntie Hetty says, great interview. Mahalo for the laughs. Oh, my goodness. And Brother Steve in San Diego, good show, bro. Mahalo. So, and then we have Carly and a number of our other folks that are just weighing in right now and saying how much they enjoyed the show. And they're all rooting for part 2. They want to have you come back and share with us your stories and the adventures. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to join brother in the green room right now, and because we love talking story as well, and we're going to leave you with something that we really want to share to thank everyone for being part of the Sandwich Island Social Network.